I realize when it comes to Bears football that you don't have a lot of energy that you're able to devote to winning football and thinking about potentially contending for and winning championships. So you get distracted and you focus on a bunch of other crap that doesn't really matter. But I just have to ask the question, why do Bears fans focus on so many stupid things that don't matter, that you shouldn't really care about? I don't get it. Here's one. I want the Bears to continue to play at Soldier Field and in Chicago. So you want them to continue to play in a third-rate dive stadium in a second-rate city. What the fuck? Why? Because they've always been there as far as you've known them and that's the history? What's the real valid reason? As opposed to them playing in Arlington Heights. Or anywhere else they might go. You think it matters that much that San Francisco 49ers don't play actually in San Francisco? The Dallas Cowboys don't actually play in Dallas? Like, who gives a shit? The New York Giants, the New York Jets play their games in goddamn New Jersey. Who gives a shit? It's such a stupid thing to care about. And defending Soldier Field. The Anunnaki dropped their spaceship in the middle of the damn old Coliseum. It looks like an abortion on football history. Why are you so eager to defend such a middling-ass stadium? And why the hell does it care if they play directly in Chicago or not? Who gives a shit? I mean, speaking of the Bears and when they play, oh, they got to play in an open-air stadium. No, don't, because that's not Bears football. I don't care if you call them the Chicago Silly Nannies and they played in a completely temperature-controlled, domed environment. I want to see them win football, not play Bears football. I've seen enough Bears football. I'm tired of Bears football. Aren't you tired of Bears football? The hell does it matter whether they play in an open-air stadium or not? In fact, it's dumb to want them to do so because there's so many other things that a dome stadium can host, the Final Fours, WrestleManias, and go on and on and on, that they can't do now because instead the organization's too damn cheap and the Bears fans are too dumb and eager to support that old mediocre mindset of the fucking Hallis Hall Bears football. I mean, what else? There's so many stupid things that Bears fans focus their energies on. Like, they spent 7 years defending Ryan Pace. 7 years to defend a general manager with a losing record who won 0 playoff games. And even to this day, you'll still find pockets of them on social media talking about how Pace wasn't that bad. No, Pace fucking sucked. If you thought Jerry Angelo was bad, what the hell's your excuse for defending Ryan Pace? At least by year 6, Angelo had won a couple division titles and won a conference championship. The fucking Ryan Pace done. Sitting there focusing energy defending a general manager that sucked. Of course, what else would you expect from the same fan base that spent 4 seasons trying to defend Mitchell Trubisky? Look, I get it. I'm in the same boat as you. I want the Bears to have a franchise quarterback. I really do. It'd be nice just once in my fucking lifetime. But at some point in time, you're not doing anybody any favors, most importantly yourself, by lying to yourself and saying that Trubisky's going to be really good. He wasn't. He was overdrafted, period. He just wasn't that dude. But of course, the same fan base has spent 8 years defending Jay Cutler. Spent years before that trying to defend and justify Rex Grossman. If you have to go to such great lengths to defend a player, maybe that tells you all you need to know. They're not that dude. But wait, there's more. Oh my God, the Bears are getting disrespected by the national media. Who gives a shit? What has the Bears organization done to earn any respect by the national media? Put up or shut up. They aren't putting up everything, so shut the hell up about it. Who cares? I couldn't imagine right now being moved or bothered because the national media said that the Bears are one of the 5 worst teams, or one of the 10 worst teams in the league. For fuck all we know, they might be, they might not be, but who cares? It has no direct bearing on the on-field product. It has no direct bearing on wins and losses. That shit doesn't matter, shouldn't matter, and can't matter if you want to focus on playing winning football. Oh my God, the disrespect in the Madden ratings. Seriously, that's how bad it is? We're talking about Madden player ratings for a game franchise that's about 15 years past its damn peak? Who gives a shit? I mean, my God. Now here's one I can say, maybe I get a little bit. The rage around Roquan Smith not making the Pro Bowl, or Roquan Smith not being named to an all-pro team. Like, this one feels less stupid. But even when you peel the layers back of that a little bit, you say, okay, there's only, 2 inside linebacker slots in the NFC for the Pro Bowl? And you look at some of the recent guys that have been winning that, like Bobby Wagner's a pretty big staple there, so that's half of the spots right there. And in the past couple of years, it's either been Fred Warner or Micah Parsons. I mean, Roquan's really good, yes. And I would like to see him get that honor, but I'm not going to rage about it. Maybe I feel like he's more deserving than some of these guys. Sometimes I may get it due to a better team play around them or more notoriety based off of their legacy in their career. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit? Because what if Roquan was first team All-Pro and the Bears are 3-14 in 2022? You know what I mean? Like, that's the shit that's supposed to matter. Oh my God, Matt Eberflus is an offensive wizard and he's going to have the Bears playing great defense. You talk about the Bears football shit right here. All the stupid things to focus on is the damn defense. In a league that's only trending more and more towards the offensive side of the ball, where teams win ultimately with their offense now, not their damn defense, only Bears fans would still be focusing on the positives of the damn defense first. I don't give a shit what Eberflus does with that damn defense. Haven't we been there, done that enough times? See high-level defenses with crappy offenses result in middling performance? Like, who cares? The Bears are going to have an elite running game. And what's that got them? You guys are so goddamn addicted to Bears football, you would think that frickin' Ted Phillips and goofy George McCaskey, oh, yuck, here's your prescription for Bears football. You're fucking addicted to it like it's a damn opiate or something. Who gives a shit if they have an elite running game? That doesn't matter. And then y'all start laughing at other teams in the division. The Packers, and look what happened to Devontae Adams. The Vikings, and Kirk Cousins, and the Lions are the Lions. What the fuck do the Bears have to brag about? I'd say the same thing to like Vikings and Lions fans who shit talk Justin Fields or the Bears. Seriously, what the fuck do you have to talk about? You have no place to talk. The only team in that division that has any place to talk until proven otherwise is the Green Bay Packers. But even then I would counter to Green Bay fans and say, if you're worried that much about the Bears or the Vikings or the Lions, you're missing the fucking plot. You should be focused on the other contending teams in that damn conference and how you might actually be able to fucking beat them for a change when it matters in the playoffs and get Rodgers back to a second Super Bowl. When you're looking below you and behind you at teams like the Bears, you're fucking losing at this thing. Like, focus on your own damn team. I'll say that to Packers fans, to Vikings fans, to Lions fans, and most certainly to Bears football fans. I could give 2 fucks less what's going on with the Vikings or Lions. They are every bit as irrelevant as the Bears. I am only concerned with the Packers in the sense that they are the standard bearer for the past 2 decades largely in that fucking division. So I want to get above them. Other than that, who gives a shit? And then on the good, everybody's hating on and disrespecting Justin Fields, and just you wait. And maybe this makes you feel better, and maybe this is something that you can rally about, and maybe this is something that just makes you feel better as you're waiting for football to come back and you want to believe, you want him to be that guy. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit if everybody else in the national media and other teams' medias hate on Justin Fields? Who gives a shit? He either proves that he can be the dude or he doesn't. If he does prove to be the dude, then keep the receipts. And when he proves that he's the dude, then talk that shit. And if he proves that he can't be the dude, Don't pull a Trubisky, a Grossman, or a Cutler and spend years trying to defend why he can be when you know damn good and well he can't be. Either way. I couldn't imagine sitting there and being preoccupied or worried about what the hell anybody else's fan base or anybody else's media or the national media thinks about Justin Fields. You have so little to go off of right now. Who fucking cares? And when you go off of what you've seen, there is nothing there for you to be so cocksure that he can be the dude. I'm not saying he can't be, but what I am saying is you haven't seen enough to clearly say that he can be. That's what 2022 is supposed to be about. 4,000 yards passing or bust for Justin Fields. That's the shit you should be focusing on. Not whether or not this national media commentator respects or disrespects Justin Fields and the Bears. Who fucking cares? And maybe, and sure, there are so many different factors as to why the Bears don't win more and more consistently and don't contend for more championships. Horrible ownership, bad organization, wrong hires at general manager, coach throughout the years, can't get the quarterback position right, dated thinking for football, focus on defense and running the ball, like all the shit we could talk on and on and on and about. But maybe there's a small part of this that Bears fans get so distracted by the trivial bullshit that doesn't matter that they don't put enough heat, focus, and attention on the stuff that does. And maybe if you did, this organization would somehow, some way have to find a way to give more of a shit. Maybe they would. But it just, to me, focusing on all these things just feels like a stupid waste of energy on stupid things that don't matter. But I know I'm talking to Bears fans that can't get out of the mindset of Bears football!